there, D. Schmitty boy. Wow. Welcome to the Bowfishing Buzz, episode 121, brought to you by
AMS and Megamouth Bowfishing, both family-owned businesses, proudly made in the USA, built tough, built by bowfishers, and trusted by shooters across the nation.
From reels and bows to arrows and accessories, AMS and Megamouth have you covered. Take the fight to invasive fish with American-made bowfishing muscle.
From first shots to big wins, AMS and Megamouth help make memories on the water that last a lifetime. Bowfishing Buzz podcast also sponsored by N Designs Leatherwork and Embroidery.
That's right.
Efficiency Bowfishing Lights by Outdoor Innovations USA. Some great sponsors for the pod. Episode 121, Matt, we've been busy.
Wow.
We've been busy.
Yeah. First of all, Schmitty, did you have a good Memorial weekend?
I did. I had a great weekend.
Great.
Yep. Went up north, did some fishing,
Awesome.
did some delicious eating.
Nice.
Went on a bunch of cool little nature hikes and walks, got out on the pontoon.
Nice.
It was a totally relaxed, enjoyable weekend.
Very nice.
Yes,
Very
yes.
nice.
We're going to talk about your Memorial weekend.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will.
Cool.
But,
cool.
To all of you, welcome back to the Bowfishing Buzz, the podcast where we talk bowfishing, big fish, bad decisions, and everything that happens when the lights come on and the arrows start flying, Schmitty.
Yep.
This episode here, we're going to be recapping the 15th annual AMS Big 20 Challenge and going through all the results from one of the biggest events here in bowfishing in the state of Wisconsin. We're going to talk the winners, weights, big fish categories, some of the other prizes, and some of the moments that made this year's tournament one to remember.
Yeah,
Schmitty.
absolutely. And I think one thing I want to say to everybody, usually we have this podcast out the week after. We'll kind of double up and do a 2 podcasts in 2 weeks aspect of things. We have been trying to get the winners timelined up here so that we can have them on to talk to them. And we just haven't quite been able to get that scheduled.
Things haven't lined up.
So that's why it didn't happen last week right after the tournament. And so finally we're like, all right, we got to get on and talk about it a little bit on the podcast. So if you were looking for that one last week, we do usually do that. It was just a scheduling conflict.
Right. We're trying to get the winners, Jeb Verlahan and Eric Coggin, on the show with us here, but because of work situations last week, we weren't able to make that happen.
Right.
But we definitely want to get them up here to talk about
their
first place finish in this year's tournament.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, Matt, in this episode, too, we're going to dive into, like we were talking about, you and Julie were out doing some bowfishing this Memorial Day weekend.
We had a good time.
Looks like you had a very good time.
Yes.
You guys were filling the boat. You guys had some GoPros rolling. You guys looked like you had a lot of fun out there. I'm sure there's going to be some footage playing over top of this podcast of what you guys went out and did this weekend. That's really cool. One thing we got to talk about too, Matt, we're back this week, and it's a short, weird week because of the holiday, but next week we are flying out to Maryland.
Away we go.
We're going to drive to MSP in the morning and drive to Maryland. We are going to go out there to bowfish for some snakeheads with Working Class Outdoorsman.
Yes.
Nick Mather out there.
Yep.
We're all ready to rock and roll. I cannot wait. He's been messaging us saying that the fishing is getting perfect. So that is something that we are very much looking forward to. That should be a blast.
Not only snakehead, Schmitty, I think we're going to try to shoot some rays as well.
Yes, absolutely.
And some big catfish.
Yep, that would be a blast. If we could knock out a quality fish in multiple different species like that, you cannot ask for anything more on a trip. Nick takes a lot of guys out who are very successful. He's a very well-known guide service out there. So it should be a fun trip, and it's something that you and I mean, as far as the snakehead aspect, I have never shot a snakehead. I believe you have not either.
Bucket list.
Yes, absolutely.
Bucket list fish right there.
They're tough, mean, invasive, nasty little fish. That's right up our alley for what we want to go try to target out there. So
absolutely.
That should be fun. Absolutely.
And we're gonna also dive into, Schmitty, here, snakehead species breakdown.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk about that a little bit because I am not completely familiar either.
Right. I mean, we don't have them here, so we don't really target them or know much about them and stuff. So, yes, absolutely. After that, Schmitty, the miles keep stacking up because you and I are heading down to Kentucky right after we get back from the Snakehead trip.
Oh, my gosh.
For the Bluegrass Bonanza Youth Bowfishing Tournament.
One of the best events of the year.
It's
that
wonderful.
Is so cool, and it's so awesome that it got revamped up, that it's going to continue for this year. That is always such a cool thing to do. And we always pair it down there with some shooting. We'll go maybe meet up with Lance or Dennis or Jeremiah. We'll get Cody and Ty involved. It's just such a fun time of year.
It's a great time
down there.
Yep. Hold on here, Schmitty.
Hold
on here.
How do you have another one? Okay, the audio of this is absolutely that's gross. Keep it professional. Jesus. What are you slurping into your mouth there?
You bought me a tasty smoothie again today, a banana strawberry smoothie. Thank you so much, Schmitty.
It's almost like I'm doing it on purpose. Every time we have a podcast, I bring you a smoothie. That's so that Matt's in a good mood during the podcast.
Oh, they're so yummy and
This
tasty.
little smoothie. Yes.
Yeah, they're so yummy and tasty. Let's get into it, Schmitty.
Okay, fine. I won't tell you what I drank from the coffee place. I guess we'll just talk about your smoothie. Anyway, what's up next?
Is that what you had?
No, I had a black coffee.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's boring as hell.
Because I'm a big man. And men drink black coffee because you picked on my chai last time.
Yeah, your chai latte.
Oh, and it was all delicious. Yes, but let's break it down, Matt. You want to get into the Big 20 recap?
Yeah, let's get into the Big 20. Wow. A busy week in Schmitty. A whole busy week leading up to that.
It was.
Getting everything ready.
We were out on the water the Tuesday of that week all day. Then we were back out on the water on Friday, the day before the tournament. And just so everyone knows, we don't shoot the tournament. We run the tournament. So it's not like we're out, shooting fish when we're not supposed to be. But yeah, just getting everything ready to rock and roll. There's a lot of setup involved. For everyone that doesn't know, there are 2 sets of bleachers that we have to get every single year from our local high school baseball field and track area. Yeah. They weigh about 18,000 pounds, and we have to load them onto bleachers and then sketchily drive them back to the facilities here. And it is the most heart-wracking thing that you could possibly do because
the least favorite thing I look forward to in the tournament.
Every year it's like, we got everything done. It's like, we got to go get bleachers. It's like, oh, terrible. But we have it right here at headquarters, as you guys probably all know. Matt, how many teams did we have register for the Big 20 this year?
We had 68 paid teams this year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 68 paid teams. I believe that was a total payout of $17,000.
Yeah.
Because a portion of that also goes to the big fish categories, 25 from each team.
Yep.
And that goes into the big fish pot. But what another wonderful event, Schmitty.
Oh, yeah. The weights that came in. Oh, my God.
Yeah, we're going to dive into that because we hit this about as perfect as we could hit a tournament. Considering what was going on weeks before the tournament.
I know.
I mean, it was
freezing cold.
Cold, rain. Nothing was happening. Everything was very late this year up here. In fact, the buffs, we were on the water on Friday, and we shot maybe 5 buffs.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
We saw 2 pods that were pushing once all day.
Yeah.
And Saturday, from what we heard, tournament day, all the teams are here and stuff.
I know.
The lake was on fire.
The buffs are going crazy. Meanwhile, we have whatever percent of all the Wisconsin bull fishermen in our parking lot waiting to go shoot fish.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. So the weather definitely were in our favors. The bow fishing gods were in our favors, definitely for the tournament here. Yeah. It was like 80, 79, 80 degrees.
It was
here.
Warm.
Warmer in the southern part of the states.
Yep.
Tournament day, which really brought those water temperatures up very quickly.
Yeah. Yep.
And a lot of those big fish, the big heavy females, brought them into the shallows. And I also believe the weights were up because they weren't really a heavy spawn yet going on with those big commons.
Those fish were still tight.
They were still very tight and holding a lot of that weight. They just weren't like oozing eggs out when you would put them in the boat and stuff like that.
Which is key. That's key.
Absolutely.
We had a lot of guys. A lot of guys were stuffing, putting tampons in fish.
Yep.
But a lot of times when guys would, in years past, you know how we do it, Matt. When you weigh a fish and you hold that fish with a tampon over the barrel, you pull it out, and a lot of times that fish is oozing.
Yeah.
I saw maybe 1 or 2 fish like that.
Right.
Otherwise, when they would pull those plugs out, they weren't oozing like that. Mm-hmm. They did it just in case, which I totally understand it. But it's not like they were completely just oozing, ready to spawn out on the spot. So that was that. Yeah, absolutely can contribute to bigger weights.
Yep. So everything was just to registration. Thank you to all the people that were in the registration. You guys did a great job. We got the Parkers. You were and Garrett are parking teams. Yep. Alyssa and Wendy are registering the teams as they come in here. We like to have that mandatory, meeting at 5. So teams, we like to have you registered by 4 o'clock. Everybody was here by 4 o'clock. We got all the teams out there. We had the mandatory meeting, the national anthem, did a bunch of prizes. Then comes takeoff.
Yeah.
No issues at all with takeoff. I believe once we let everybody out.
6 minutes.
6 minutes.
6 minutes. 70 boats, 69 or 68, whatever that number was.
Yep.
We had one team cancel. 6 minutes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The Stratford Police Department comes out and gives us a big hand. They come down here at the intersection and stop and go lights and let all the teams leave and get out of here as quickly as possible. So that was really great. I didn't hear of any issues. I didn't hear any complaints. Sometimes Brandon Cole, the WBA president, will get some phone calls about complaints. We got zero.
From landowners?
Landowners.
Okay,
yep.
sure. Yep.
Somebody will call the DNR, and then the DNR has Brandon's number and stuff, and they'll call him and say, hey, you guys have a tournament going on tonight or something?
Yeah, sure.
There was none of that.
That's great. That's
awesome.
huge.
That's
it's
so
the last thing you want to have
hear.
happen.
Right.
And with 68 boats out on the water, the odds of that go up. So that's great that was something that was not reported.
And not only the tournament boats that were out that day on the water.
Oh, but yeah.
Just the guys that were not competing in the tournament that were on the water that day shooting as well, because it was such a great weekend. It was beautiful out there.
Right. And I think just for everybody not in the Wisconsin area here, it is of my belief that we lost a few teams shooting the tournament Saturday night because the bullfishing was so good Saturday during the day that they did not want to stop and drive here and register and wait until 6 o'clock to go back out.
Yeah.
I personally believe we lost a handful of teams.
Sure.
Guys are like, let's just keep shooting these spawning fish. This is
what
what we are waiting for all year long.
It's fun shoot.
Exactly. And they just went and whacked and stacked, which I don't blame you whatsoever. That's what all of us dream of. But that's how good I think it was Saturday during the day and obviously Saturday night into Sunday morning.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So, Schmitty, should we move into the big fish category winners here?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You want to start us out with the buff, Matt?
All right. So, the big buff of the tournament weighed in at 47.2 pounds. Won by team, or shot by team Whole Shot. They also won the overall big fish pot of $1,700.
Yep.
And then they also won an Osprey bow donated by Oneida.
Wow. That is a very nice fish right there. That got you lots of moolah.
47. You know what we forgot to do?
What did we forget, Matt?
We forgot to say what we thought was going to be the big fish in the big common weights. We forgot when we made our predictions last time.
I thought we did do that.
We made our prediction, but we didn't. Now that we have the results here, we don't have.
We don't have our predictions here.
No, I believe I beat you on both. I'm pretty sure because
I think for Buff I guessed 47 even.
No. I'm pretty sure because after the tournament I told you I beat you on both of those.
I think you did. I think you went higher for both.
I was like 41 on the common or 42, I think.
I was like 41.8 or something.
Yeah.
And then for common I think I went 40.
No, that was a common. I was at 42. I said 42.
Okay, then I said 40. I'm not sure what the buff
you were in the
was then.
30s, I think, on the common.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I will have to look at that. We'll have to go back and listen to see.
And then we don't have our overall weight. I know we were I was in the 500.
I guessed 584.
Right, you were high.
I guessed that.
I said like 560 something.
Yeah, we'll have to see who was closest.
Right.
When we get to the weights. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so
sorry about that.
That big buff, absolutely. Massive fish, team Whole Shot. Very well done. The biggest common carp shot.
Oh, my goodness.
A whopping 45 pounds. Shot by Saxville Boys Bowfishing.
Yeah.
That heaviest common carp also won a megamouth reel.
Right.
So how cool is that? They get the biggest fish, 45-pound common. That's a tank.
That's our second biggest common.
I was going to say, racking my brain, I remember a 47.
47 is the biggest.
And this 45 to me is in second right now for the biggest common we've seen here since we've had it here.
Wow.
Yeah, big fish. Big fish.
Those Saxville Boys Bowfishing, they had a really cool looking boat too. It was pretty. They had Saxville Boys Bowfishing on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got a video of it all at the show in the video podcast.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Moving on with the heaviest drum. That weighed 12 pounds, shot by Team Kamikaze.
There we go.
Wow. Yep. Cool prize here. They won the Wooligan Bowl by AMS Bowfishing.
Yep. The biggest quilly was 10.2 pounds, shot by Team Dark Squad. Is there supposed to be an R in there, or is that supposed to be Squad?
Squad.
I'm guessing that's how they would have typed it in there. We're going to go Dark Squad, Team Dark Squad, and they won a $1,000 Efficiency Lights coupon donated by Outdoor Innovations USA. So, yes, huge thank you there. Very cool that they did that.
Right. Moving on to the heaviest dogfish, weighing in at 8.4 pounds, shot by 3 men and a baby.
Oh.
And they won the RPM Striker, donated by the Wisconsin Bowfishing Association.
Very nice, very nice. Biggest gar, 12.8 pounds. Shot by Lakeside Riprap Services was the team there. And the heaviest gar won a $500. Actually, it was just $500.
Right.
Donated by Miller Graphic and Design. Jordan Miller over there, always doing that for us. $500. How cool is that?
Right.
So,
and listen to this one, Schmitty.
Oh, okay.
We had the youth heaviest fish also.
Yeah. Oh.
Wisconsin Auto Calibrations, Reese Bakken donated a megamouth reel to the youth that brought in the heaviest fish.
Class act by Reese. That's so
Awesome.
cool.
Thank you so much for that. Archer Hoyt weighed in a 35-pound common, Schmitty.
I have the belief that kid is going to shoot a lot of big fish in his life.
He is. His Bill takes him all over the country bow fishing. Florida, Texas, all over the place, Missouri and stuff. They shoot a lot of fish together. So
I seem to remember
what a fish.
Oh
huh?
yeah, I seem to remember a picture of Archer with Bill, and they each shot maybe a gator gar. I believe it was a gator gar, and the gator gar that Archer shot was twice the size of him. It was huge, and he shot it. So cool, so cool. Yeah.
Schmitty, should we move on to the top 10 placing teams this
Absolutely.
year? And folks, when we're telling you these. The top 10 up to first place, just listen to some of these weights. And the majority of these are common carp.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yes.
You know, I mean, this is just crazy weights for common carp.
Yep. Matt, why don't you kick us off with 10?
Number 10, we had coming in 10th, Team SWAT with 586.40 pounds, Chance Keller, Cody Keller, Carson Fisher, Marcus Schramm, and they won $300.
Yep. May I just add?
What's that?
The 586 pounds is 2 pounds higher than what I guessed would win first place. And that's 10th.
Yeah.
That's 10th place in there. So that's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Yes. 9th place here, weighing in 589 pounds. Team Rip 'em and Lip 'em.
Yes.
Out of Wisconsin, winning $400. The guys on the team there, David Meyer, Matt Stieg, and Tony Brunig.
Wow. Coming in 8th with a weight of 591.20 pounds, winning $500, Team Slime Slingers, Ben Chappa and Tony Bullets. Two-man team.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Two-man team to do that?
Yeah.
Hats off.
He said they had to go back and unload a couple times throughout the night.
Yeah. 7th place, weighing in 618.8 pounds, winning $600. Team just donating. Noah Krielkamp, Zach Connor, Charles Lundberg, and Tanner Spoolstra. Nice. Very nice finish for them at 7th.
Yep. And coming in 6th place with 624.80 pounds, winning $700, the Saxville Boys Bow Fishing. Tyler Bauer, Devin Friday, Devin Bauer, and Peyton Magdez.
Awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. 5th place, 642.8 pounds. Team Bank Spankin'.
Bank Spankin'.
All right. The team there, Hunter Dickinson, Colby Dickinson, Tom Nakovich, hope that's close, and Logan Staple. So huge shout out to those guys. That's a heck of a night as well. Out of Michigan, too.
Yes, and they won $800 as well.
Oh, yes, $800. Excuse me. Yep.
Then we're moving on to the team in 4th place, Team Carp Unlimited, with 648 pounds, winning $1,200. You got Bill Hoyt, Archer Hoyt, Josh Pease, and Joe Pease.
Yeah, very nice shooting. Those guys are always placing towards the top in these Big 20 tournaments.
Right.
3rd place, 650 pounds even, winning $2,000. Team Slingin' Arrows.
Nice.
Slingin' Arrows has Victor Chapman, Zach Rolane, and Emerson Pease shooting. Very nice shooting.
And in 2nd place, Team Carpocalypse. They got the best rig here when they come into that ambulance.
That is cool. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
With a total weight of 654 pounds, winning $3,000. On that team, you got Jeremy Suter, Skylar Schneider, Patrick Carrington, and Kyle Bowens.
Beautiful. Well done. And in 1st place for the 2026 AMS Big 20 tournament. With a weight of 668.2 pounds. Their big fish was 40.6 pounds, winning $7,500. Team Bottom Feeder. Nice. Jeb Verhalen, Eric Coggin, Todd Witkowski, and Daniel Johnson. Huge congrats to those guys.
Congratulations.
Some massive fish, massive weights. It was very cool to see them roll in.
Right.
Yeah. What is that for an average? Let's do some math.
33, I believe.
Is it really 33?
I believe it's 33, yeah.
That's insane.
You can check it out, but I'm pretty sure it's 33.
Just to shoot a 33-pounder is cool. To have that average over 20 fish, my gosh.
I believe, if I look at this correctly, Schmitty, I mean...
Yeah, 33.4.
Yeah, all the way down. I mean, the 20 The team that took 21st weighed in 529 pounds.
What was it? 565 that won it last year, Matt?
Yeah.
Do we have a full list of that? Because that wouldn't even crack top 10 this year. Isn't that kind of an interesting way to look at that?
Right. Yes. Yeah. They would have finished
565. I believe
would have finished 16th.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
And like I said,
year to year, you never know what you're going to run into.
We hit it just right this year. You know, thankfully, like I said, the bowfishing gods were looking down on us for that. It was crazy.
Yeah.
One thing here, Schmitty, that's always kind of cool is the average Joe Schmitty.
Such a cool prize. It's one of my favorite ones at the tournament.
You get a 2-day stingray trip with Corey Brosman out in Delaware shooting stingrays.
Yep.
So this year, Schmitty, we had 68 teams in the tournament. Okay.
Yep.
61 teams came back to weigh in,
which is crazy. That's a lot. That's a high percentage of teams that came back.
When I get up in the morning at 4 o'clock in the morning on Sunday for weigh-ins, the first thing I do is I check my phone because everybody has to either text me or message me that they are not coming back with their team number, so we know that everybody's accounted for.
Yep.
And I can always tell when the fishing is good because
not many teams text you.
I might have 2 or 3 at 4:30 in the morning.
Right. Yep.
And then by 8, I might have had another 4 more or whatever.
Sure.
In past years when the bowfishing's not good, I'll wake up in the morning and they'll be like 16.
Sure.
Not coming back. So we had 61 teams that came back to weigh in. We weighed a total, this is just what we weighed in, 27,216 pounds.
And imagine what the total weight is.
Right.
All these fish that are getting culled. We had dump trailer after dump trailer being hauled away by a local farmer.
Absolutely.
By the way, we need to talk about this.
Yes.
People ask us all the time, and it's a great question. We had a local farmer from Athens.
Yep.
Come down, maybe half hour away, 20 minutes away, and he hauled all the fish away in dump trailers, and he will use them to fertilize his farm fields.
Yes.
So they got put to use. We love doing that. That's huge, and we appreciate that he does that every year.
They've been doing that for the past several years now for us, and they're very busy because they're running back and forth.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And on a big year like this, too, he's busy.
Right.
Yep.
What they do, Derrick, is he told me they'll take those fish and spread them out in his field, and he'll just leave them there for a whole year.
Wow.
And just let them decompose.
Yep.
And he scoops them back up, and he rotates his fields with a big plow.
Okay, yep.
And then he spreads those fish in the dirt, and he works that dirt back up. And then when those grasses grow, that's where his beefers go out and eat in those fields.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Right back into the landscape, into nature. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's neat. That's very cool. Mm-hmm.
So, Schmitty, we had 61 teams come back to weigh in. 27,216 pounds of fish were weighed in. That's an average weight of 446.164 pounds.
That's insane.
Team 52, the Wet Bandits, weighed in 449.2 pounds. That's a 3.04-pound variance in average, and they won the trip with Corey Brosman.
That's so cool.
Team Wet Bandits.
To me, that's like so. If that is not incentive for you to come back to weigh-ins, you think to yourself, we had a very average night. We're not going to place in the money. Well, guess what? You might win a stingray trip, a guided stingray trip.
Right.
That'd be so cool. That's awesome. So, yeah, that's Average Joe. So cool that Corey does that every year. We can't thank him enough.
But just think of that. The average weight is from 61 teams of 446 pounds.
That's an insane number. That's an insane number. I'm telling you this right now. Wisconsin can go toe-to-toe.
Absolutely.
With any state in the U.S. as far as fish coming in. And that's ridiculous.
Yep. And also the team that came in second, Team Carpocalypse, they're from Nebraska.
Yep.
And they come up every year and join us. It's so cool to see those guys here. I'd like to get them on the podcast as well.
Yeah, it would be cool.
That, because they've been coming here for several years.
Yep.
And they took second place here. I think last year they placed in the top 10 or something like that.
They do well.
They do very well up here. And they're good guys, great guys. I love to see them smiling and having a good time up here, and they just do a really good job.
Yep.
But, 446 pounds, the average weight. I mean, that's just you look at tournaments across the nation, you just don't see that. Not only the bowfishing committee up here is great, the competition is
it is tough. I will say that as well.
These guys are damn good at bowfishing.
We got big fish, and we got guys who know how to find them.
Yes.
100%. You could have a great night on the water. You might not place in the top 10.
Right.
Because there's some killers in this state.
Yep.
And surrounding states. We had a couple guys from out of state finish in the top 10. But it's Wisconsin.
Michigan, Minnesota. There's some tough competition up here.
I could not agree more. Yep. A couple takeaways, Matt. Conditions-wise, I just want to touch on conditions. Like we were talking about Saturday. Beautiful. Amazing day. Beautiful throughout the first part of the night. We had a lot of teams report that wind switched to the east, coming from the east, and they had to battle some weather.
Some of them had to bail their spots.
Yes, because of the wind, the rain. It got a little bit 180. Yeah, got a little bit nasty on them. We had a boat come into weigh-ins, and I had to remark. I said, fellas, your boat is so clean. And they didn't do terrible. And he goes, when you drive back to the boat landing in the rain that we were in, he said, there's a reason the boat's super clean. I'm like, oh, yikes. Yeah, that sucks. But, yeah, a lot of teams had to deal with that. Sunday morning was cooler than Saturday was.
It was cloudy and overcast.
Cloudy, overcast, a little bit of wind. Weigh-ins were a little chilly as well, but that was crazy. I think a lot of those guys who shot those fish maybe shot them in the earlier part of Saturday night into Sunday morning, depending on where they were before that weather changed.
Depending on where you were at, I heard one team. I talked to one guy yesterday that was shooting a tournament. They had big storms roll through where they were.
Yes,
a lot of lightning. Heavy rain. I talked to some guys that shot a lot of their big fish right
before they had to leave.
Oh,
really?
That's a lot of stuff started happening right before they had to leave. Which I see that quite a bit. Like for example, Green Bay. I go to Green Bay, and I can go out there and do twice as good during the daytime this time of year than I can at nighttime.
Really?
It seems like they slow down at nighttime out there, and I don't know what it is out there.
Are you talking about as far as spawning?
I'm talking about as far as the spawning goes. Now, you can go out there on nights and have fabulous nights on fish just swimming around and going to your good spots and stuff, but as far as the spawning goes, it just seems like it slows way down. And then also if the fish are in, but they're not spawning, the water's really dirty.
Yeah.
So you got a hard time seeing. Where during the daytime, they're spawning. You can see their backs.
They're splashing. You can see one 20 yards away. Oh, look, there's a pod.
Okay, I want to touch on that
Okay.
when we get into our little deal here.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah.
The weather was great. You can tell by the fish that came back to weigh-ins.
Oh, yeah.
Fishing was great.
100%. One thing I want to touch on too, Matt. We kind of discussed the fish numbers. We discussed how stiff the competition is. We had a change in the buffalo weight.
Yeah.
How many you could weigh in.
Right.
We've talked about this before. I just want to touch on that. We had most of these teams are bringing back 20 commons.
Right.
And the buffs guys could have gone and shot 5 buffs, but these guys are finding big commons. That's majority of what we saw. Now, people did bring in 5 buffs, and they weighted 5 buffs. We had a 47-pounder shot. That is a fish that absolutely helps you. To me, I would say that I did not hear as much of. I thought I was going to hear some guys say, "Man,
you got to change that.
If you would have left that at 10, we'd have won." You know, and I did not hear that at all. It's like the guys who had their 5 buffs, they got them, but it's not like they were like. Oh, man, we could have won this thing if we could have shot 5 more. It's kind of maybe a little bit tougher.
And, of course, that can change from year to year.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying. With the timing, I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a talking point.
But when you have a 33-pound average on commons.
I know. That's the thing. How do you – yeah.
I mean, my goodness. Why would you want to leave and go try to find 5 buffs?
Yeah.
You know?
Don't leave fish to find fish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, if you're shooting 20-pound commons, maybe it's time to go leave and find a kicker buff for maybe winning the big fish pot or something like that. You know?
You go searching for that. But that's only once you are completely satisfied with what you've got in your Big 20.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. But no, it was a great tournament. It was awesome. What did you anything funny that you saw?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
One thing I will not say on the podcast, slightly inappropriate, but it did make me giggle. That's all I'm going to say. And one other thing that I saw.
You're leaving me hanging.
No, it was a toy of some kind.
Oh.
That I won't talk about on the podcast. It was the first boat that I parked. My little marker wasn't working, and the guy's like, "Hey, why don't you try this?" I'm like, "What the heck is this?" Anyway, another thing that made me giggle, boat pulls up. I go up to right there, a little marker on it. And he goes, "Hey," he says, "Schmidt," he says, "I got something for you." I said, what's this going to be? Yeah. Here it is, a sweatshirt, a beautiful sweatshirt, a very comfortable sweatshirt. And on the back is an image of me in a dress from last year when I lost the buff bet.
That was awesome.
And there it was.
Yep.
There it was. So, unfortunately, it is a little short on me, so my girlfriend wears it all the time, mocking me. So that's wonderful.
I am very disappointed, Schmitty.
Yeah, you said you misplaced yours.
No, I did not misplace mine. Somebody took it.
What? That's weird. Were you going to wear it on the podcast?
Did you take it?
No, I didn't take it. Why would I take it?
They gave it to me. I turned around, and it's a color photo of you in the dress on the podcast.
It is an HD
on the back
photo.
of a sweatshirt.
Yes. Yep.
And I'm busy. I'm running around, so I folded it up very nice so everybody could see the back of it with you in the dress.
Okay, yep.
And I placed it nicely on top of the plaques on the table.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is.
Well, that's weird. Wonder what happened.
You got the damn thing.
No, I don't. I swear. But that sure is strange.
Somebody stole my hoodie of you in the dress.
Oh, that's stupid. I, honest to God, do not have it. I brought mine up north this weekend.
So disappointed.
Dolls wore it around outside.
I'm so disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's too bad. That's sad. Yeah, we're going to have to make another one. We're going to have to ask him for another
gosh.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Matt. One thing I want to jump into here. Let's talk about your Memorial Day carp beatdown.
Yeah.
Because I was getting pictures and snaps from you all day. I'm like, oh, my gosh, where are Matt and Julie? Because you're shooting a lot of fish and some big fish, too.
Yeah. Well, it was Sunday. My wife went over by my daughter in Eau Claire. She's going to be moving here end of June to Florida, to Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, yeah.
So she went over there, kind of, she's not going to get to see her a lot now.
Yeah,
So
right.
she went over there to spend the night on Saturday night and Sunday, and they did some stuff together and whatnot. And then I messaged her, and I says, hey, you want to run over to Green Bay? Do a little bow fishing tonight and tomorrow?
And this was at Sunday midday? You just asked if she wanted
I was
to run
downstairs painting a room on Sunday, and I just texted her like at noon or 11:30. I says, hey, when you get home, you want to go over? And she goes, yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
So she got home, and she was getting her stuff ready, and I came out to the shop here and got the boat already, all the bows and the retrievers and the Mega Mows and the Mega Rexes and hooligans. I got all that stuff ready, the Anchor QTs, and got the boat hooked up, and we headed down over to Green Bay. And it was beautiful here. And I looked at
it was beautiful.
Yeah, I looked at the wind conditions for over there, and it was calling for a southwest wind.
At what mile per hour?
Like 6 and 7.
Oh, not bad.
But it's out of the southwest, so if I'm fishing the west banks, it should be pretty good. That's where
absolutely.
most of the bow fishing is over there anyways. So we get over there, we go to our hotel, we check in, and we take our luggage up, and we change, and we head to the boat landing. And as I'm walking out of the hotel, I look up at the flags right there, and I'm like, that's a east wind.
Oh, no.
Which is terrible. And it's a big flag, and it's whipping pretty good. I'm like, that's not good.
Oh.
So we went to the boat landing, and you don't go. It's not the boat landing's not right on the lake on the bay.
I'm calling a timeout.
What?
Did you stay at the same hotel that we've stayed at down there before?
Yes.
Did you eat at the same place that we've eaten at before?
No, they were closed.
Oh,
they were closed.
No. Okay, all right, continue.
Yeah, but no, we did not eat there.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. So we get to the boat landing there, and it's a canal. It's not a boat landing on the bay. It's back in a canal.
Yep.
So we put in there, and we put out, and it's nice and calm back there.
Yep.
But I can still see the trees and the leaves. And I'm like, oh man, it's just getting out of that twilight time. So we head out, and we get out to the bay, and it's whitecaps and rollers.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah.
And what time is this? Is it dark out?
It was we just got out there, and we could turn the lights on, and we saw some fish right away. Water was super clear, but man, the water is shallow over there. It's just so crazy how it's changed over the last 3 years over there. It's just ridiculous.
Yep.
So we messed around back there. We couldn't even, it was so shallow we couldn't even get behind the grass to get out of the wind and stuff.
Oh.
And we came back out. I tried to go out and run the flats out in the front of all that stuff, but it was just too windy.
Yeah.
And, it just, myself, I would have probably continued all around out there and played around, but it was so windy and stuff. So I thought, let's just go and let's try different spots. We went to a different spot, and didn't have much luck there neither, and there wasn't much around. So I said, let's call it an early night, which was, I think we got back around 12:30.
Yeah.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And then we got up the next morning and had some crappy hotel breakfast.
Oh, man.
Ugh.
Really? Was it continental, or did you pay for
it's
it?
continental
Okay.
breakfast. But you know how that is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we went out to a different landing, and they were calling for a southwest wind again.
Good.
But getting up to 15 miles an hour later in the day.
Yucky.
I'm like, jeepers, cats. But they're calling for partly sunny skies, partly cloudy skies. So we get out there, we're putting around, and there's not much happening. Seeing fish, but they're in super dirty water. The wife was having a hard time seeing them and stuff and everything. So we took off, we went way back out, went to a totally different spot, got back out of the wind. But no fish at all. I mean, not even nothing.
Well, that's weird.
Nice clear water, rocks. Then we got into marsh grass. It was just beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it was like a Dead Sea. I'm like, man, this is nuts. And now it's like 11:30, and I look to where we just came from, and I can see. Oh, I said, look, it's raining down there. You can see a dark cloud.
Weather, yeah.
And it was raining down there. I said, look, it's raining down where we just came from. So we waited a little bit. I went back down in there because that's the only spot that I saw fish, even though it was dirty.
Yep.
I thought, I wonder if that rain
Maybe that rain will trick them.
I wonder if that rain will do anything.
Yep, trigger them a little.
So we went back down there after the rain left, and we got back in there. And I look off to the west, and I could see the clouds were breaking up.
Okay.
There's some blue skies now and everything. And we get back in there, and I putt along forever because the water's so shallow. We get back there, and I'm just putting around looking for fish, looking for bombs and stuff, and I'm looking around. And I look way down to the south, and I see a pelican way down along the shoreline down there.
Okay.
And I thought I saw a splash. But I didn't know if it was a duck or pelicans messing around down there or what. So I grabbed I had my Vortex binoculars.
Oh, game changer.
And Julie has no idea what I'm doing. I'm going in my backpack, and I'm reaching, and I grab my binocs out, and I put them up. And I'm looking down there. There was two pelicans down there.
Okay.
And I looked in between the pelicans, and literally the water was on fire.
Oh, really? Oh, what a feeling.
I'm literally 500 yards away.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
And through the binoculars, I'm like, oh, my gosh. All I could see was water erupting and tails.
Oh.
And I gave the binoculars to Julie. I said, look down there between those two pelicans. And she goes, let's go. I said, we're going. We're going.
Yep.
So, yeah, we went down there. And the closer we got, you could just see that there was twice as much as what you were looking at through the binoculars. They were pushing and spawning everywhere. And throughout the course of the 3 hours that we were there,
it kept getting better.
The skies cleared. There was no clouds. It was sunny.
What a day.
The wind was hurting us a little bit. The wind was a south. It said southwest, but it was more of a southeast wind where we were there, and it kept messing around with us. And like I said, the water was shallow, so sometimes we couldn't even get. It was so shallow we couldn't get to where the fish were spawning.
Sure.
But yeah, we sat there for 3 hours, and I had the GoPro on my head, getting that POV shots,
Yep.
And I got a lot of cool footage with that, with the Mega Rex and Mega Mouth, and I switched over to the AMS Hooligan and the TNT, and the wife was having a good time. I think the biggest we shot was 37.
Oh my God! Still, I mean, wow, that sounds awesome. That would have been a great day for some footage.
Big fish. The boat was a complete mess.
Oh, I bet.
Oh my gosh! It took me 2 hours to pressure wash all the eggs.
Yep.
Because they were spawning pretty good there. Yep. And it was a good time. One thing that I thought was really cool, Derrick, and I don't know who this was, but if it was you, hats off to you. We were just getting up to the spot where the carp were spawning.
Yeah.
And an airboat come around the corner.
Oh.
Come around the grass there.
Okay.
And it was so cool because there was like a dead tree between us. They stayed on that side of the dead tree, and we stayed on our side of the dead tree.
Very
and
respectful.
We just kept doing circles and having a good time and shooting fish. They were spawning all over the place. I thought, wow, good job. That's awesome.
Respectful.
Usually, sometimes, not usually, but sometimes that boat might just keep coming down right in front of you and cross in front of you or whatever, go behind you. They stayed over and they just kept doing circles, just like we were doing circles, and just moving around and stuff like that there. It was really cool. But my wife doesn't get out bowfishing a lot. She's very busy with her job and everything like that there, and she did a great job. She shot well. She was having a good time. Sometimes we would get doubles. We would do the old fist pump and stuff like that there, and we had a good time. And the boat was very heavy.
I bet. Yeah. Yeah, you sent me a picture of that tub. It was full up.
We went back, and so the funny thing is we get back to this boat landing, and this boat landing is a very popular boat landing. Mm-hmm. Okay. There's probably 8 to 10 launches right there. Slips right there. But we get back to that at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's full of pontoons, jet skis.
Yeah, it's Memorial Day.
Yes. And it was very busy. And for me to load the boat, I have to go on the right side of the dock because I want the wind to push the boat up against the dock so it doesn't So because my wife's going to hold on to the boat while I go up and get the truck.
Right.
So I can't put it on the left side of the docks. So I have to wait for a couple people to move and load their stuff and unload their stuff. I get into the slip there and back down and load the boat and stuff and whatever. And we pull up into the big parking lot there. And I'm putting the straps on and stuff. And I was like, I got to get some of these fish out of here because I don't want to haul this all on the axles on the boat. So I had the two big barrels in the truck. So funny thing is, so right next to me was these people that just pulled their boat out, okay?
Yeah.
And they're out there and they're wiping the boat down from being out in the water all day. You know, they're putting
Getting
the cover on and stuff. And they, you know, it's a big cruising ship, you know, one that you pleasure cruiser, you know. And I'm out there and I'm grabbing carp out of the barrel and dumping them down into another barrel, and we're transferring them over into the box of the truck. And they're looking at us like,
what are they
doing? My gosh, look at that.
Look at these crazy.
Oh, my gosh, look at these people. Oh, my gosh, look at the fish that they're putting on it. Oh, my, you know, they're great. And as they're wiping down their boat and everything. Just kind of funny. But I know we had a really good time.
Well, that's awesome.
I can't imagine what's happening over there right now because it's beautiful out right now.
Why are we here?
Because you're making me stay here doing this podcast.
We're going to have to leave right after.
That's why you bought me this here, to make me happy today.
To make you happy, I got you a smooth-a-rooney. Mm-hmm. Yep. Busted.
Yeah, but no, we had a great time. And it's always fun when I get to take my wife and do a little boat fishing once in a while. And also to have the carp be there for her to see that and to have easier shots and stuff like that.
Daytime shooting is the best. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no, we had a great time.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
I hope a lot of you got to get out there on Memorial Weekend and do some bow fishing because I know up here we had good weather for it. You know, the weather was perfect, so I hope a lot of you got a chance to get out there with friends and family and loved ones and do some bow fishing as well.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I sure had a good time.
That's good. Mm-hmm. That's good. Mm-hmm. That's fun. That's fun. Well, I tell you what, Matt, should we get into our Snakehead portion of this podcast?
Jacked up, Schmitty.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
Jacked up.
Let's do it.
One thing that's kind of funny that I find this kind of interesting, Derrick, because I saw Illinois did this with these silver carp. Okay, so Maryland now officially uses the name Chesapeake Chana for the Northern Snakehead.
Like for their name?
For their name. Probably to make the fish more marketable and encourage harvest. Mm-hmm. But the majority of people still call them snakeheads.
Yeah.
And I find that funny because, like I said, Illinois is doing that with the silver carp. They're trying to call them copai or something.
Well, I thought they were now actually just deemed as invasive carp or something like that.
Let's see, they're trying to give them a different name so that people are like, oh,
it's just a fish.
It's a fish, like a perch or a bluegill. They're trying to name them these different, besides a silver or an invasive species that are big head.
It's kind of a fun name.
They're trying to call it a copai. So I found it very interesting that Maryland is trying to call them the Chesapeake Chana.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yep.
The Chesapeake Chana, and this is the reason why right here, Schmitty.
So the scientific name, Chana argus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm-hmm. Its native range is East Asia, especially China, Russia, and the Korean Peninsula. Maryland DNR specifically notes the Yangtze River Basin in China. Okay, those are not anywhere near us.
That's not even close.
They look like a long torpedo-shaped body, modeled brown and black python pattern. Python pattern is true.
It is cool.
Thinking of the pictures I've seen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. A flattened snake-like head, sharp teeth, and a long dorsal fin running almost the length of its back. USGS notes the tubular nostrils, long dorsal and anal fins, and dark blotched coloration as key identification traits. Mm-hmm. Size, Maryland says they can reach over 33 inches, and they tolerate a wide temperature range from...
That's crazy.
They tolerate a wide temperature range of roughly 32 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, which is one reason they can survive so well in mid-Atlantic waters. A 50-degree, that is, for a species not from this area, that is a very wide range.
Dude, that's Wisconsin temperatures.
It is. As far as water temps, 100%. Yep.
Holy cow, Schmitty.
Yep.
So how did they get introduced into the U.S.? The first famous Maryland case was in Crofton, Maryland in 2002.
Oh, no.
Where adult snakeheads were released into a pond.
Oh, no. Here we go again.
Those fish were thought to be eliminated. But Maryland DNR says additional illegal introductions happened, and the species later expanded widely.
All because someone wanted them in a pond.
But there's more to the story, Schmitty.
Oh, no.
The larger introduction story is mostly human-caused. Illegal release from live food markets. aquarium releases, and people moving fish between waters. Maryland DNR says the rapid expansion in Chesapeake has been driven by both natural dispersal and illegal human introduction.
Man. Matt, have we heard this story before?
Gosh. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Can you say big heads and silvers?
Everything. I mean, it's the same story, some which way or another, every single time. Why are they invasive? They check almost every bad news box for an invasive predator. They are top-level predators with a big mouth and teeth, eating fish, frogs, crayfish, and other aquatic wildlife. They can survive in shallow, weedy, muddy, low-oxygen water where a lot of native predators struggle. They can breathe air.
Oh, my gosh.
Using a specialized chamber above the gills, which helps them survive poor water conditions and short periods out of water as long as they stay moist.
That's unreal.
That is the characteristic that I think of with snakeheads, is that ability to be out of water and still be moving around, surviving. They produce a lot of young. Maryland says females average around 40,000 eggs, can produce up to 100,000 eggs, and can spawn multiple times a year.
Right.
Carp, same thing.
Better than carp.
Even more.
This next one will tell you why. This is crazy. I saw this. This is crazy.
They guard their young. One or both parents protect newly hatched larvae until they reach the juvenile stage, which gives the fry a better chance of survival.
That's crazy.
A Maryland DNR study in the Blackwater/Little Blackwater system found a big fish community shifts after snakeheads become established. 17 of 21 species captured both before and after snakehead establishment declined in relative abundance, with reductions ranging from 30 to 97%. That's bad news right there.
Wow.
That's bad news. Everything that was in that body of water, that population got decreased 30% to 97.
That's amazing.
97, it's gone. You're depleted.
Right.
They're gone because of these invasive species. That is wild.
And the adults protect the young.
Yeah, I know. I can envision that now. I've seen videos and pictures of it. That is,
Now you look at a buff.
Yeah.
They release their eggs and they stick to the weeds. Those fish are gone in 2 days.
There's no guarding going on.
No.
Yeah. Meanwhile, these fish that can breathe air and have teeth.
Stay away from my kids.
And are colored like a python. Yeah.
How about the spawning habitat, Schmitty? Snakeheads spawn in shallow, vegetated water, often in backwater, marshes, ponds, swamps, and slow-moving rivers.
Okay, yep.
Maryland says they prefer stagnant, shallow ponds, swamps, slow streams, mud substrate, and aquatic vegetation. They are nest guarders, which is why bowfishers and anglers often talk about them being aggressive around fry balls.
Fry balls.
You ever see those fry balls of catfish?
Bullheads. I've seen bullfins, bullheads. They all kind of do that.
They eat that little ball.
Yep, little black amoeba.
Yes. The parents protect the young, and that protective barrier makes them easier to target during spawning and fry guarding periods. I wonder if we're going to be out there.
That would be awesome. Yep.
Yeah. In 2024, Maryland DNR study found that many female Chesapeake chana from the upper Chesapeake Bay carried eggs in 2 distinct sizes. Very interesting.
Yep.
Suggesting that they can spawn twice in 1 year. The sample females averaged 63,569 eggs, and bigger females carried more eggs. So they're carrying 2 sizes of eggs in their body system.
That's crazy.
For different spawning times.
That would be like if...
My gosh. What is this thing?
That would be like if a female had a fully grown baby ready to give birth, and then like one that weighed like 3 pounds.
Yeah.
In a couple months, she's going to give birth to that
Holy cow.
That's
These
crazy.
things are amazing.
It's nuts. Yeah, it's wild. As far as their spread to new waters.
Yes.
All right. In Maryland, they are now established in all tidal and many non-tidal sub-watersheds, according to Maryland DNR. Their range expanded at about 3 new Chesapeake Bay waterways per year in one Maryland-cited study. Maryland DNR also says they were first found in the Potomac River in 2004 and have since spread to most major river systems of the Chesapeake Bay. They were first reported in the Blackwater River drainage on Maryland's eastern shore in 2012. So, outside the Chesapeake, there's current concern in the Mississippi River Basin. A 2026 USGS publication documents recent range expansion and a reproductive population in Missouri's St. Francis River drainage, with concern that connected floodplain / wetland systems could help further expansion. I don't know how they couldn't.
Right, of course.
That said, in some Virginia waters, biologists are seeing populations start to plateau or even decline, likely due to limited habitat and heavy angling / bowfishing pressure. That is a great angle for us as bow fishermen. We're not just chasing a cool target. We are actually helping keep the biomass down where harvest pressure is strong. So that is very cool.
Absolutely.
Hopefully there is an end in sight.
Right.
As far as being able to control.
But can you imagine these things getting into Mississippi River systems and all, and Missouri River systems? And
we'll have to have a new big fish category.
Boy. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Maryland Bowfishing notes. Maryland encourages harvest. There is no minimum size or creel limit for Chesapeake chana or snakeheads. And if you keep one to eat, it must be killed immediately.
Yep.
It is illegal under Maryland, Virginia, and federal law to possess, import, or transport them alive. Maryland lists fines up to $2,500 per fish and up to $25,000 per incident for illegal live possession. That's how serious they are about this stuff.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So this fish was formerly known as the snakehead. Maryland has rebranded it to the Chesapeake chana. I'm not sure totally know how to pronounce that. But, it's kind of got an outlaw reputation doing a lot of marketing. It's got big teeth. The colors are cool. It can survive out of the water. I mean, that's pretty neat. And again, Matt, they're built for bad water. Low oxygen, shallow weeds, mud, heat, cold, backwaters. They can handle it all.
They can. What a crazy, like I said, what is this thing?
Well, they're kind of like, they're bad, but they're pretty badass.
They are.
They're badass fish.
Yeah. They don't just spawn, they defend.
Yeah.
That fry guarding behavior makes them a savage predator and a prime bowfishing target. The real monster isn't that they walk across highways, it's that people keep moving them.
We are to blame.
Yep. Natural spread matters, but illegal human transport is a major reason they jump watersheds, Schmitty.
Yeah. Bowfishing is one of the few ways we can help.
Yes.
Maryland has used harvest incentives, tournaments, seafood marketing, and public education as part of snakehead management. That's funny to me that they are putting so much effort towards that. Hats off to them.
Right.
Honestly, that's good to make it known, let everybody know that we want these fish removed.
Yep.
I think that's a great thing to do.
Yeah. All right, Schmitty.
Okay.
After reading, talking about this stuff here on the podcast about the snakeheads, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Oh, boy. Okay.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Last podcast, you were talking like a big head. You were talking like a common carp. You're talking like a buffalo, an alligator
that was
gar,
a couple podcasts
a drum,
ago.
a quillback.
Okay.
All right. Let me hear you talk how a snakehead, chana, would talk.
All right. Okay.
All right.
You ready?
Hey. Why don't you come over here for a second, huh?
Oh, the mafia.
Yeah, you come a little bit closer. Oh, you come too close to my little fry ball, okay?
Yeah.
You do that again, I'm going to wake up with a horse head in your bed, okay? Get away from me. I'm going to call me and all my China friends. We're going to bite your toes off. Don't go down by the pier. We'll get you.
My God.
Because I'm invasive, okay?
Wow.
I'm a snakehead.
Oh.
Here's what I do.
Oh, my goodness.
Here's what I do.
Good job, Schmitty.
Badass mafia vibe.
Oh, yes. You were actually giving him the old...
I was. Hey, what are you doing to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made me cough there.
As soon as you catch me, you better kill me because I can survive out of the water.
Oh, I can't wait to go try to shoot some, Matt.
That's going to be a blast. I
that'll be a
can't wait to
blast.
go out there with Working Class Outdoorsman.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
And doing this because he's excited. He called us last week and said, according to the title charts, it should be really good for us out there at certain times of the night.
Okay.
When the tidal water goes down, you can start seeing those fish. And he said, normally it's muddy and kind of dirty, but he said for some reason this year it's been pretty clear.
That's because you and I are going out there.
Exactly.
Yep. Cool. Well, I'll tell you what, Matt, we got a couple other things that we need to cover, and we will do that right after this quick commercial break.
Are you looking to elevate your bowfishing brand with stunning design solutions? Look no further than N Designs. Their team of talented designers is dedicated to bringing your vision to life. Whether it's t-shirts, hats, leather products, eye-catching logos, to captivating boat wraps, they have you covered. Plus, with their commitment to excellence and attention to detail, you can trust that your project is in good hands. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose N Designs for extraordinary results. Visit their website today and let's bring your ideas to life. N Designs, where creativity meets excellence. Efficiency Bowfishing Lights by Outdoor Innovations USA. A color tone adjustable and dimmable light with a unique patented reflector design that puts more light where you need it. Efficiency Bowfishing Lights offer 3 different models: the 65-watt single color economy light, the 65-watt Efficiency V2 tricolor dimmable light for maximum efficiency and versatility, and the 130-watt Efficiency Maximus, designed to be an all-out beast of a bowfishing light. Efficiency, designed and built by bowfishermen for bowfishermen. Check them out at OutdoorInnovationsUSA.com.
And welcome back, everybody. Episode 121 of the Bowfishing Buzz podcast. We have talked about the Big 20 recap. We have filled you with information as far as the Snakeheads go, or the Chesapeake Chana, as they are being referred to now. We got a couple other things we want to talk about before we wrap it up. One of them being the Bluegrass Bonanza Youth Tournament preview. Matt and I will be heading to Kentucky on June 10th. Yeah. We're going to be showing the kids the gear. It is for a youth tournament. We are going to be supporting the next generation, creating some excitement, bringing some prizes. It is one of the things that I have always very much enjoyed
have a great
doing.
time
I can't wait to go down there and have some fun. We'll probably find some fish for ourselves, meet up with a couple of our friends down there, Dennis and all that's involved there, Lance as well. So that should be fun. I can't wait.
Absolutely. I might bring some of the podcast stuff down there. We'll try to get a podcast down there and interview a couple kids, have them sit down with us, talk about what their bow fishing has been like so far in their lives and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So we might bring the podcast stuff down there. It'd be great. I love doing that. We throw a bunch of hats and T-shirts to the kids down there.
Yep.
The kids come around the boats and they're yelling and screaming. It's just a lot of fun. If you ever get a chance, go to one of these youth events and help out, because they do need the help. It's not a problem getting the kids.
Right. There's interest there.
Absolutely. There's a problem of getting boat captains to show up with a boat to take these kids out.
Right.
So I see Michigan just had one of their youth tournaments here this past weekend, or it might have been 2 weeks ago, but they just had one. You know, Randy Woodward puts on the youth in Oklahoma, the Youth Worlds Championship down there. Great event there. Go and help some of these out if you can.
Yeah.
Nebraska, I think, just had one of their youth events down there as well. Rich Porter puts one on as well. So look forward to it. Can't wait to get down there. So Dennis Redden has been doing a lot of bowfishing this year. He's been sending me a lot of pictures.
Yep. And
I remember taking out his grandkids, Cody and Ty, when they were 6, 7 years old. And now he sends me a picture of Cody now, and I'm floored.
He looks 30.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. I think of the video, Matt, and you know him long before even this video, but I think of watching the video of you shooting the Kentucky State Record buff. And
yes.
They're walking down the dock with their little Subway, and they're drawing their bows was 18 inches, and they would shoot a fish and it'd go in about 1 inch.
Yeah.
And now they're like, oh my God, that makes me feel old. Yeah. Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
On a side note, Cody absolutely loves his Mega Rex.
Oh yeah, he's been
his
shooting
grandpa
fish
bought
like
him
crazy.
one.
Yeah.
Dennis
He's been
bought
shooting fish
him
like
one.
crazy. I know Dennis has been sending me pictures, and that's very cool to see that as well.
So I can't wait to get. So, man, we're flying out, shooting snakeheads, getting tons of footage. I think what we're gonna do too is we're gonna fry some of them up and eat some.
That would be great. I would love to do a cooking segment. That'd be really cool. I've been in a cooking mood lately, Matt.
Yeah. Oh, have you?
Yeah. I'm cooking up.
Oh, why? What's the change? What? You got a girlfriend? Is that why you're cooking now?
I like making her food.
So is that?
I very much do.
Because you have a girlfriend. Is that the reason you're cooking now?
Yeah, I would say that would contribute to it. Yeah,
nice.
We made our own homemade buffalo chicken wraps the other night. Good luck finding something better than that at a restaurant. I'll tell you that right now. It was delicious. So
are you saying that just because you cooked it, or because it was it really good?
No, it was really good.
Good.
It was absolutely fantastic. Yes.
Cool.
And I do like to cook. It's just now I feel like I'm like more open to doing it and taking the time to do it if I get to do it for more than just myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be awesome if we could cook up some stingrays out there too.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
Ooh. Get ready for Fish That You Wish. This fish comes to us from the state that leads the nation in blue crabs, oysters, and clams. Has over 2,000 miles of shoreline. Claims milk as its official drink. And was home to the first umbrella factory in the United States, established way back in 1828. Any guesses, Schmitty?
Maryland?
We're talking about the old line state of Maryland. This fish was shot June 6, 2025 by Matt Foreman, measuring in at 37 inches long. This Northern Snakehead absolutely hammered the scales at a hefty 21.8 pounds, making it the BAA Maryland state record.
Wow.
This wasn't just any fish, Schmitty. This was a mean, air-breathing, invasive predator built like a torpedo and mad at the world. A Maryland snakehead stud. And that's a fish you wish you shot.
Wow. In our information before, Matt, they said that they can grow up to 33 inches.
Right, and that was at
That was blown out of the water right
Yes.
there. That one was 37.
37.
Oh, I hope we get a big one.
Do you know why I brought that up, Schmitty?
Because we're going to Maryland next week? It's just a wild guess, Matthew. Could it be? Could it be? Yeah, good one.
Yepper. Oh, Schmitty. That's going to wrap up episode 121 here, the Bowfishing Buzz, brought to you by AMS Bowfishing and
Mega Mouth Bowfishing as well.
On a side note here, Above and Below H2O, episode 4, Dirt Donkey Country Part 1 airs June 6th on CarbonTV, Big Commons, Western Water, and a must-watch for bowfishing action, Schmitty.
Yes, I agree. Very good episode.
Also got to give a big shout-out to our good buddy, Jason Wolf. Jason brought us those pickled eggs that you were on
That's
Castle
right.
Rock.
They were delicious.
He just shot his personal best and might be his biggest fish ever. An absolute beast of a buffalo that yanked the scales at a hefty 64 pounds, Schmitty. Wow.
Big fish.
So thank you to all the teams that competed in this year's 15th Annual AMS Big 20. Thank you to all the amazing sponsors: AMS Bowfishing, Mega Mouth Bowfishing, Mathews, G-Rex Bows, Interlock, Corey Brosman, Efficiency Lights, Oneida Eagle Bows, Miller Graphics and Design, InDesigns, Boomerex, Tailfin, Wisconsin Auto Calibrations, Onyx Fish, Vader Bows, G5, Rack Fuel, Brody's Bait, Scent Thief, Mike's Archery, Bowfishing Stream, Muddy Flats, and the Wisconsin Bowfishing Association.
Hands off, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Schmitty, are you going to be posting anything on the social media pages on Mega Mouth when we're all snakehead shooting?
Oh, I'm sure we will. Yeah.
So follow us along.
Yes,
on social
absolutely.
media on AMS and Facebook, Mega Mouth Facebook pages.
Absolutely.
There.
Yep.
Instagram, we might make some reels while we're out
Absolutely. TikTok. Yeah.
there. Absolutely. So from all of us here at AMS Bowfishing and
Mega Mouth Bowfishing.
we wish you the best of luck in the water. Remember, aim low.
Think big. Thanks for listening, guys.